Now, growing up, vegetables were not my friend at all. And this is the dish that converted me. From just eating potatoes and tomatoes, I was actually eating greens. And if you're anything like me, wait until the end of the video and you'll see why this dish is so great and so simple to make. So first things first, get started with one head of a cabbage. If you're in North America, what I've found is organic cabbages are the best. Look for something that's super green. I find that it just tastes much better compared to when the cabbage is giant and just all white on the inside. The small compact ones, which are organic, work the best with this dish. So get a nice cabbage and slice that in half, and we want to cut the core of that cabbage, that weird root part at the bottom. There's not much flavor, it's very tough, and I just don't like the look of it because you cannot get it into the thin shreds like we want it. So we're gonna wedge that out of it. So slit the knife through one side and then the other, kind of making a triangle, and then cut through the back. And you can literally push through the knife, or once you've made a little hole, you can just rip that piece apart and just cut any other rough, giant, solid parts on the cabbage as well. Now you're gonna make sure you have a really sharp knife and cut that cabbage really thin. Thin as in thin. And just go along the layers of the cabbage to get the beautiful shreds. It should look just like this. And this is what kind of makes it fun. It's almost like having noodles but vegetarian. So if you're into gluten-free noodles, maybe you've already tried cabbage, or if not, maybe this is gonna make you want to try it. So for the chilies, just chop it up really nice and thin. You can put as much or as little. And once you're done, let's get to our wok. So heat that wok on medium to medium-high heat. We're only going to cook the cabbage for about 4 or 5 minutes. Once the wok is hot, add in your oil. Once the oil is hot, add in your cumin seeds and hing. Let that sizzle just a little bit. Let that cumin get fragrant. Then add in your green chilies. And you're going to notice that the aroma is very spicy. And you may start sneezing at this point, but don't worry. By the way, if you get lost at any point or want to know how much of the ingredients to use, the full printable recipe is available on my website, linked below. Now, as soon as you add the chilies and once it's toasted, add in your cabbage. And once you've added the cabbage, give it a really good mix. You really want to mix that up well with the toasted spices, the chilies, and that oil as soon as you can. And as soon as you're satisfied that it's mixed well, add salt and just give it one last round of mixing. And once you've mixed it well, then cover the wok and we'll cook it for about 4 minutes, and we'll stir it once in the middle. Now while that cabbage is cooking, we'll prepare our bread. Now you can use any soft bread that you want. Today I'm using Italian bread. And I'll just put a bit of butter on my pan. I'm just gonna lightly toast it. You can make it a bit crispy or leave it soft. The toast is what makes the cabbage really exciting, the toast and the butter.
Nice.
Now, remove the lid, give it a final mix, and at this point you'll notice that the cabbage has become a little soft and it's a little shiny as well. Taste it and it should be a bit crunchy but still soft at the same time. It's semi-cooked, and that's the best way for me to enjoy cabbage. I really don't like it when it's completely soft. And once it's done, once the timer is at 4 minutes, you are done. That's all that is there to it. Give it a final taste, adjust for seasoning, and I'll show you exactly how I used to have this, how I would plate it, and how you can really enjoy it with your bread. So here's my toasted Italian bread, and the fun part is to really load it up with the cabbage and just have that all in one bite. It's just so much fun. I don't know, it's just so much fun to enjoy that cabbage. It's almost like having a bunch of spaghetti noodles and it's just like hanging from your mouth. It's an amazing flavor. You have to try it once to really enjoy it. And then to plate it, just put your cabbage on your plate or a bowl and serve it with some warm, buttery toast. And you will be surprised how quickly cabbage will be used and finished in your household once this dish has been introduced. This was a classic breakfast for me, and one of the only times I would get any real vegetables besides tomatoes and potatoes inside me. And again, you can check out the full recipe on my website. I'll link it down below. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below, and hit subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.